What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fix It Daniel. Happy New Year and welcome to 2023. We got some new stuff that's gonna happen this year for everybody. And whatever you plan on doing, we get a nice, fresh, clean start to do something fresh and new. So we're going to be doing something fresh and new this 2023. So I have a few things I want to show you guys, and I got a few things that I want to talk about what we plan on doing for 2023. Some new tactics, new ways we're trying to do things to change it up a little bit. So without further ado, let us get into it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all the love and support in 2022. I hope you guys give me the same love and support in 2023, and I hope that I can bring something to the table for you guys to see and help you guys out for 2023 as well. So today we are going to be talking about a few parts that's come in that I'm going to be using on the cars soon. And then we're gonna be talking about a few more other things that's changing, is coming, and everything like that. Just to get the ball rolling for 2023, so you guys can be aware and be ready for it when it comes. So let us get into it. So we're gonna start with some parts that, not even parts, tools that's come in. So these are some of the tools that's come in. I've actually had this for a while. I just never showed anybody. I've had that for like months. I think I got that way in the beginning of 2022. I just never showed it. But this came not too long ago. So maybe after New Year. So this is actually a brake bleeder. I've been wanting to do my own brakes. I've been wanting to bleed my own brakes and show you guys how to bleed your brakes if you don't know how to do it. So we got this right here. I got a little issue with this that I want to talk about, but we'll wait for that. But this is something really cool that I think nobody has shown on their channel. So this is something really interesting. It is something that I am super happy with. I wish I've had it when I changed the shocks and struts on my Lincoln Town Car that I had. I had a '05 Lincoln Town Car long before I started YouTube, but this would have saved me if I had had it. So let us show you what it is. This is really quite cool, and it's really heavy. so this is from this company. I'm probably gonna botch the name up. Vendor. I don't know, but I've seen it a few times online, and they seem like they have pretty good products. So I don't know if they're great quality products, maybe like Harbor Freight kind of style products, but I think they're really cool. They have some really cool stuff. So this, let me show you what it is. Oh, there's a tab over here. There's a tab over here. So let's open this up. So this right here is a spring strut compressor tool. It actually clamps. Actually, see, this is like the paperwork here and everything. So basically, in a nutshell, what this does is it goes onto the bottom of the spring and then the top of the spring, and it basically goes in like a C and then clamps down. So this gets on the end and it compresses both of these springs down using this. It's really heavy, I'm sorry. Using this feature right here, you tighten it down, and this piece and this piece close with these teeth inside the spring, and it kind of just squeezes it, holds it in place, lets you take the nut and bolt off the top, slide it out, slide the spring, everything all together out, put the new one in, bolt it back up, and then uncompress it. This is like the really safest, cool way. I don't think anybody has ever even shown this on their channel, and I'm hoping to use this on the Cadillac, because the Cadillac needs the shocks and struts replaced. The rears don't need this kit, but the front does. So this will be a safer way to get this out, and then you basically pick which size you need to get it out, and then you just slide them in, and then there you go. So let me get it on a stand and I can actually show you a little bit more better of how this actually works. Okay, so let's show you this, how this works. It's really quite simple. Like I said, this is extremely heavy. So it's made out of some really heavy metal. So as you see, the pieces fit in here, and then this and this slides together once you tighten that up. So it's really quite cool. So I'm going to do the smaller ones. So basically, you take it, so you can see it. So you take them, and they just fit like that. They actually have a security screws right here. These little Allen screws go in these holes to hold it down so they don't slide out, because as you see, they're just sitting right in there. So it just sits like that. You get another piece, and then you slide it in and flip it. And then, you know, obviously you get them set right. And then once you tighten this area up, these just go like that and holds the spring in place so you can get the nut off. And then you put it back on there and then undo it, and it's very safe. It won't fly off. It won't do anything because it's sitting in this thing. And then you also have some other pieces to hold it in place as well. But this is a really cool tool. I'm super excited to use this, because I think this is going to be really awesome of a tool for when I'm changing out the shocks and struts. So I haven't used this yet. I'm super stoked too. This thing is massively heavy. Whew. All right, there we go. So that's this is going to be a really cool tool to use for taking out any shocks and struts, or struts that's actually that you need to take out, and it's safe. And most people use the clamped ones, where you do one clamp on one side, one clamp on the other side, and you have to squeeze one side and squeeze the other side. This takes care of that whole entire thing. It's one big massive clamp that clamps it on one side, and it does it both. It's enough forks to reach both sides and hold it securely. And this is going to be a game changer when it's changing out my struts. So this is a really cool tool. I'm super happy to get it. It actually didn't cost that much. I think it was somewhere around, I think from this site it was maybe $70 to $80 for this kit. Now it may vary some other places. Some companies even have them sitting on a stand, so they're actually, you know, something that it has a plate and they stand up vertically, and then you can either mount them to the floor, or they're big enough they can just sit right there, and you step on them with a foot pedal and they crimp them that way. That's another safer way of doing it too, but this was the cheaper way, and you can still do it on the ground and just do what you need to do, and there you go. So this is a really cool tool. I'm really super happy that I got it, and I'm glad I did. So if you guys want one of these, you can go to this company. I cannot pronounce his name to save my life. Venvor. I am not for sure if that's the correct name, but you can easily go and get this from Amazon, eBay, even. This company is linked with Amazon or eBay, so you can get it from there. I think I got it straight from the company. I think there was an actual website, it was a company website for that. So if I remember where the link is, I'll put a link in the description, and you guys can pull up your information, or pull it up and find a lot of cool stuff, because this company not only sells automotive tools, they sell plumbing tools, electrical tools, kitchenware. They sell everything. So it's kind of like a side, like, I don't know, Harbor Freight kind of place. They don't sell a whole lot of tools, but they do sell a lot of different stuff for whatever you need. So I'll try to find a link and put a link in the description for this. Before we get to this, I want to talk about the scooter. So on to the next thing. We are going to talk about the fate of the scooter. Now, I know you guys have liked the scooter when I did it in 2022, and this is pretty much done. The only other thing I'm waiting for is the grips. I need to change this grip out because this one is the factory one and sliding off. I actually got a nib one coming. It took forever because they were out of stock and I really wanted a certain kind. I wanted to kind of match the name and it had nib on it, so I kind of wanted to match with it, but I had to wait because the time I wanted to get it, they didn't have it, and now they got it back in stock, so that should be coming quite soon. I'll leave this one where it is because the nib in that one may not fit, and this one's perfectly fine. This is just a holder, nothing, but this one's the twist part, so I want to get an actual nib one for this, and it'll fit perfectly. So this thing is good to go. It's perfect. It starts up every time. I've started up during the winter time, so I didn't have to worry about putting any fuel stabilizer in there. But I started like twice a week ish, maybe once or twice a week, and then just to get it running, let it get the temp, and then turn it back off, keep the battery charged, and everything like that. We haven't changed the oil in it because it still only has 394 miles on it, but as you see, it still works. Everything is good. A little bit low on gas. Actually, it'll move once it runs. It's actually at like half, but it starts up. It runs great. It's all ready for my brother to have it back. This is pretty much done. He just needs to take it for a ride and get used to riding it, and great. I'm actually looking to get me one, not this type of bike, something a little bit bigger, because this is kind of small for me. For my body size, I'm a little bigger than my brother, so this is a good size. It actually feels fine, but it's still a little tiny for me, because I can't dip down like I used to do, like in my motorcycles. You just dip down and get yourself a little more aerodynamics. I can't do that in this, even though I wouldn't. But when those times where the speed and the wind is coming against you, sometimes you want to dip down to kind of give yourself some more aerodynamic. I can't do this in this because I'm too tall for it or too big for it. So I want to find me. I actually have something in the works that I'm looking at. There's a bike that I want to get that's a little bigger than this, and it'll fit my body, and it'll actually go a little faster. And there's actually the speed for it. It'll be a good vehicle to work on and hopefully bring to the channel for you guys. So I'm super stoked on it, and hopefully everything works out on the deal, and we'll see what happens when I bring it to the channel. But you're gonna have to stay tuned, because when I get that, this will be gone, and then the new one will come in if I actually can get it. So I'm hoping that the guy will come back to me with a better deal, and we can work out some kind of deal. But it's a really cool bike. I'm super stoked for it. It needs a little TLC, a little love, because it was sitting outside. It's not as pristine and clean like this, because this was actually brand spanking new. But it's a really cool bike, and I'm super hoping that I get it, because bringing it to the channel, I can show you guys some cool stuff, and I love it because it'll be great for me, because if I ever have to work on the cars and no one's home, I have something I can go pick up parts. Or if I just want to go someplace by myself and I don't need to take everybody with me, I can ride that bike, because it's actually big enough to where it's more like a cruising type of scooter, big, long cruising type of scooter that you could take on roads with other vehicles, and maybe even take it on the highway. I probably wouldn't recommend it, but you could. It's fast enough to go on the highway, but it's better on the back roads and streets, and then you can flow with traffic. So I'm super hoping to get this one. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to come really soon. And then we have one more thing to talk about, is the Cadillac. So the Cadillac needs some work. It needs some stuff that needs to be done to it, which I already talked about. The shocks and struts needs to be replaced. I also want to bleed the brakes, so cleaning those and showing you guys how to do that. That'll be coming soon. There's one more other thing with the fate of the Cadillac. I don't know. I'm not gonna spoil anything, because I don't really know which way is it gonna go. But I am gonna go look at it. Possibly another vehicle to replace the Cadillac. We're not for sure. Like I said, not for sure. Something down the road, but I need to take a look at it to see if it's a good fit, the change. And I may bring you guys along with me. If you guys want to be brought along on that, let me know, because that's coming up really soon. It'll be coming up like really soon for me to go look at it. So if when I post this, if you guys watch it, go in the comments and say yes. I want to see what's the next vehicle that might be coming up to replace the Cadillac, if it replaces the Cadillac. So we'll see. But I want to give too much away because I'm super excited about it, but I don't know if I'll get it. So I don't want to like get all hyped and then lose it. So there's nothing wrong with the Cadillac. I love it. There's a lot of good things going on with it, and there's a lot more life and show. Everybody's been really super cool and liking me showing stuff on the Cadillac because everybody else has got one. So I feel bad if it does go changing a different direction, but my knowledge for the car will still be there. So if you ever got questions or comments, you can always just message me and I can always help you out, even if I didn't have that car or even other cars, because people actually came in and give me car related questions on vehicles that I haven't shown or worked on. So don't feel bad, but if you have a question, please go in the comments. I love answering them. So that's what Fados on that and the Fate on the scooter. Now let's show you the part that I'm kind of interesting. Okay, and the last final part that's new that we just got is this. This is from the same company. This is what you call a brake bleeder. So, like I said, I wanted to do my own brakes, but I obviously, you see, I don't have an air compressor anywhere. So, I wanted to find a brake bleeder that would work under pressure. So, this is one of them of many that other companies and this company and so forth sell. Harbor Freight, you name it. There's a lot of companies that sell a different vast variety of the brake bleeder. You can do it by hand, you can do it by pump, you can do it by air. There's some other novelty companies that do it electrically, like an actual electric pump, something like that. But this one is hand pump. So what it means by hand pump is that it pumps up here, building up pressure in the tank. You can see the pressure on the pressure gauge, and then you hook your line into the reservoir with these little caps, and then you go to the brake calipers and crack them open and start bleeding it. You fill this up full of fluid, you're good to go. So I got this at a very good price, and I didn't understand why it was such a good price until I figured out why. So I get this, and not only does these don't fit on either car I have, whether it's the Ford or the Cadillac, they don't fit. That's one. And then two, the pump doesn't work. So now I was a little disgruntled about it, but it doesn't work. So someone actually had put a little piece of paper in the box. So basically what happened is they got this from Amazon. They put some paperwork in there stating that it doesn't work. And I could even show you, just to kind of show you how you need to kind of be careful when it comes to buying stuff. You want to be kind of careful and make sure that, but you could never have known because the way they showed it on the thing was actually brand new in a box. But it actually wasn't brand new in a box. So the guy got it from Amazon, and he even says, pump does not build pressure. Seals are wrong size. So I was like, oh, great. So basically, this box came from Amazon. They maybe got it and flipped and resold it without even opening it up. Because this paperwork was at the bottom of the box. The guy's name was on it, but I'm not going to give out his information. So basically, everything seems like it's fine. This cap piece is fine. They don't fit on my car because, as you see, these are screw-ons. All of them are screw-ons, and mine aren't screws-on. Mine are like little slots, like there's a slot here, slot there, and you turn it, and it kind of locks in place like that. These you would screw on, like an actual screw cap. So those aren't going to fit. Maybe fit on a European or some other vehicle. So I'll have to get some different kind of caps, which I found someone on Amazon has a kit like this in a box, and it has a different variety of these little caps. And I think that'll be a better way to go because I was only going to get the ones for the Ford and the Cadillac because that's what I have. But what happens if I got another vehicle or someone else needs help with a vehicle? I'd have to go buy more. So if I get a kit that has a vast array of all those caps, I could actually do someone's brakes. I could do another car's brakes without even bat an eyelash. Once I have this working and change up the caps, boom, I can bleed someone's brakes with no problem. So that's the thing with this. I'm going to be fixing this. So I already got my money back from eBay. I already got my money back from it. So I could chuck it, which what most people would normally do is chuck it. But it's still work. I mean, I think it'll still work. I can't use those anymore, so those are completely gone. I can't use that for nothing. I could save them and hopefully they'll fit on someone else's car, which is fine, but I can't use them for the vehicles that I have. So this is all good. The tank is all good. The only thing that's wrong is the pump. So this pump, as you see, you pump it up and down and then it would build up pressure, and this is the relief valve to let all that pressure out. So what we have to do, if I can get it off with one hand, let's see if I can get it off with one hand. So, and it screws on really tight and really long, so I know the seals be good. So the guy says that the seals are wrong, and he is correct. This is the seal right here. So what it is it, as you see, it fits down in there, and this rubber seal in the center is supposed to help build up pressure as you're pumping up and down. And then the problem is that it's not enough gap room to seal when you're pumping. So it's literally pumping into nothing. So I was literally about to chuck this. I was literally about to take this all apart. I was actually gonna take this piece off, put this cap on, and get go to Harbor Freight and get one of these kind of pieces that'll fit on my air compressor down below. I have an air compressor right here, and put it up here and use it and just build pressure and see if it builds pressure, see if it holds it, and then that would work too, and that would have been fine. But after, as you guys know, I'm a good person in researching, so I researched the crap out of a lot of the things. This I researched, but I didn't, even though I researched the crap out of it, I ended up getting a bad part anyway. So I went a little further and figured out how to replace this. So this piece right here is what they call a, what was it called? A circular, or like basically a round oil seal. They actually sell some caps. It's a little piece. This actually comes off. You slide this off, and then you put a new piece in, and then you just put it in here. And they have different sizes, so you have to measure the sizes. And I have a gauge thing, and I measured. You have to measure the width, the inner, and the thickness of this. And I already did that. So I'm going to be fixing this by replacing it, because you can't go to this company. I've tried calling this company, no answer. There's no, and I've done all my research trying to figure out, can I just get just this part? You can't. No one has a replacement. You either buy the whole thing or not at all. I don't want to do that, because I think that really and honestly, this seal is the only problem. If I can replace this seal, I think I can get this working again. And then all I have to do is get some new caps. So that's what I'm going to do. Before I chuck this whole entire thing and lose all my money, I'm going to just research on getting that seal replaced and see if that fixes the problem. So let us go to the computer and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so we're inside. So this is what I found. It is called a rotation shaft oil seal. So they have them in different sizes. This isn't actually the size that I need, actually. This is the size that I need. So after doing all my measurements, which is pretty much from this, you measure it from the inner diameter, which is about 19 millimeters, and then you measure it from the outer diameter, which is the part where the seal and the pressure would actually build up, and that is that's 30 millimeters. That's what's on the pump right now, and then the height is like 5 millimeters. So the guy said that it was the wrong size, which he's correct. The inner part is fine. That's not the problem. The problem is the outer. The outer side is maybe 1.5 millimeters or 1 millimeter too small. So even though it's a 30, it needs to be at least a 31 or 2. The inner part is fine. That's perfectly fine. And then the height is like 5. So that doesn't matter. I feel like that doesn't matter. I feel like you can go a 5'10" or whatever, as long as it's going to be enough to seal pressure on the sidewalls to help build pressure. I think that's perfectly fine. So pretty much this is it, and this is from eBay. I'm going to be ordering one of these. So really and honestly, it's really quite simple. You just go down here and you can find your size. So really and honestly, it is pretty much like this one. It's a 19, 30, and a 10. Now they said it was a 5, so if I do a 19 with a 30 and a 10, that would probably work. But the problem is that the outer wall is a 30 and it's not enough room. Even when you put it in there, you have a little bit of wiggle room. So we are probably going to go to this right here, which is an 18 inner, a 32 outer, and a 5 wall, which is what it is right now. The only difference would be a little tricky is that the 18, because the inner was a 19. And I think it'll be okay because that actual piece is actually a lot stretchier than it looks. Even though it looks like it's a plastic little piece, actually it doesn't have this metal ring. So I actually have I don't know why the other one didn't come up, but there's another one that I found that does not have this metal ring. It's just this plastic piece, which is what's on there right now. There's no metal ring. I think that's more of a retaining ring to kind of lock it in place, which we really honestly don't need. It fits in snugs perfectly. So the one that I found that I actually have saved in my inbox is actually without this metal ring, which is okay. So we are definitely going to be getting probably this size right here. Get 2 of them. Just may have to struggle with it, maybe grease it up and get that 18 to fit. But I think that 32 is going to fit nice and perfectly snug. And I think that should help build up pressure. So we'll see if that works. I can't find a 31. 31 probably would have been perfect because it's not that far off. But putting it in there by itself, putting this ring in the tube by itself, it definitely has a lot of wiggle room to be a little bit more snug. And I think that was the reason why it's not building any pressure. So since this is not that expensive, it's really only $1.98. So yeah, $1.49. We can easily spend that to fix something simple, and then we'll be good to go. And if it doesn't fix it, then we'll have to go down a different avenue. But that is the plan of that we're planning on fixing that part. So guys, that's pretty much what I got planned so far. I do apologize for not being able to produce a whole lot more videos. I'm really pretty much, it's cold, it's winter right now, and it's, even though it's the new year, it's still freezing cold out there, and a lot of the things I want to get, it's gonna be really cold because the temperature's been really cold lately, and rainy here, and really frigidly cold, and I don't even have some of the parts either. So with that being said, one of the things that I was also going to change for 2023 that I didn't do for 2020 was I pretty much had bought the parts piece by piece. I was buying here, buying there, and all that stuff like that. And I feel like that's kind of the wrong way to do it, because if one of the things that I've noticed that when I did it on the scooter, I bought the parts in bulk, little here, little there, and just got it all together, and then produced it, and then showed it to you guys. And I feel like that was a lot more better because I had a lot more video content to keep showing, whether it just be me buying a little part and then have to wait and then only do a little bit and then show something. Or so I feel like for me, instead of me trying to hurry and get some videos out, it feels like it's more better to wait till you get all the parts together that you really want to do on a build, and then do your video. Because that way, if it takes too long, or you need to stretch it out a little bit, or it's a really big project, you have your parts already there. Now, there's some parts that I understand it takes forever, and I understand that there's sometimes you want to order something, but you have some parts to get started, and you can just wait. And that was the same thing on the scooter. I had bought a lot of parts, but there were some parts that I needed to get that I needed to wait. Or even on some of the cars jobs, there's some parts that I needed to get, but I needed to wait to kind of finish it up. So, so now I'm planning on like any build that I'm doing or anything that I plan on doing. So instead of me just bleeding brakes and then later coming back and doing a brake rotor and pad change, I'm going to do that both. So if I need to bleed my brakes and change the fluid, but I also need to change brake pads and rotors, I'm going to wait till I get the brake pads and rotors and get everything that I want done and then show you the video. That way it's a lot more consistent, and then if I run out of time or I have to go the next day, then I can do that and have some continuous videos instead of just little here's and there's. I believe Throttle does that. I actually saw something recently in a video, and I was watching them, that they actually do that on their project vehicles. Instead of them buying little pieces of parts and doing little at a time, they get everything in bulk, everything that they want to do on the build or everything that they want to do on their vehicles, and then they show you the videos. And then they have time, I think it's because they have room to stretch out the videos to where they got all the parts that they need to do, and they're just showing you how they're putting the vehicle together. And I think that's really a smart way of doing it, because now you have a lot of parts, and then you can just put the stuff on there. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I don't really have a whole lot to produce. Usually when I do a video, it's when I have something to show. If I don't have anything, I can't show anything. So I'm thinking of maybe trying to find some way to kind of change it up from just working on the cars. Maybe I can do a recap. I know there's a lot of people on that have commented me that they wish they saw some more better of. So maybe I could go back and show you, and maybe go back under there and kind of get a better shot of it if I can, or if there's some time to do that, or an ability to go back and do that. I could probably go back and do another video. I think one guy recently just messaged me that he wished that I had he knew that the video was old, and he wished that I had given off the bolt size for when I did my differential, my rear differential bushing. He had wished that I had called out the bolt size. And at the time, that was my early on video, so I didn't think about it. I guess I was thinking that since the bolts are kind of, you're reusing the bolts, it's kind of like if you did on your car, you would know what size. But I get it, because you want to know what the size is, so you know what ratchet or socket wrench or open-end wrench to use, and that's understandable. So I could go back and do a video like that, even though it's already been installed. I could at least show you how I did it and what you have to do, and what tools to use. So something like that I could do. Just ideas throwing out there. So I'm trying to do a little better with the videos and do better with producing and the stuff that I'm giving, and information as well. A lot of people have been calling out a lot of nuts and bolts, because sometimes I don't even know either, but I know what it is because obviously I had to go get the right one, but I don't call it out. So I need to get better at doing that. So a lot of things for 2023 that I'm trying to get better at doing. So so I'm hoping that things work out really well, and things go really good, and help to produce you guys some more, and I grow, and be able to produce more videos for you guys. So I really do appreciate all the love and support that you guys give, and I really am thankful for that. And hopefully for 2023, you guys will enjoy my show and channel, and I give you guys some more information, something cool to see, and something different, and answer you guys' comments and questions, and just really help out with the channel. So guys, I really thank you so much for you guys sticking with me in 2022, and I hope you stick with me in 2023, and so forth and so forth. As I continue to keep producing the videos, hopefully it will grow, and we'll see what happens. It's been really awesome to see that I've helped out so many people from the time I started YouTube to now. I'm not nowhere near as high as any of the other guys, you know, all the really incredible guys, D&D, you know, V-Tune, Beats for Build, Goon Squad, 23 Garage, Backyard Boys, everybody that's up there in those levels that's doing really good work. I'm super, you know, super stoked watching their videos and inspiring me to be something like that. I'm nowhere near in that level. You know, it takes time and effort, and like I said, I'm just blessed to just be able to be showing you guys something, and you guys really liking the videos and retaining the information that I'm giving you and helping you out. So I'm really, really thankful for that. That really makes me feel really good that my talent is paying off and helping someone else that needs the information and helping them. And I'm just, please go and like and subscribe. And please, when you go like and subscribe, please hit that all button so that way you get caught up with any videos that I post. And if you guys are not following me on Instagram, I do have an Instagram page. I try my best to post videos at the same time. It's a little tricky, but you know, putting them back and forth. But I'm trying my best to keep that rolling with pictures and stuff like that, and videos and information there. So if you guys are not following me on Instagram, please follow me at FixItDaniel. I'll put it right there. Please follow me, like, subscribe. You know, you can comment me on there as well, but most people comment me on YouTube, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I usually answer them quick, fast, in a hurry. You guys take the effort to message me with comments and questions, and I definitely want to return that favor by getting them back to you as quick, fast as I possibly get them. So that way you get the information, because I know you're working on your vehicle when you're asking me that question. A lot of you have been working on your vehicle when you're asking me that question, so I know you want that information back quick, and that's what I'm all about. It's helping you get your vehicles fixed fast in a hurry when you're doing the job. So don't worry about it. You send me a comment, I'm gonna get it right back to you. Definitely hearts and prayers go out to the Block family. I know recently Kim Block had passed away in a snowmobile accident, which is very tragic. I watched him all the time with all his cool videos, and I know you guys have, and everybody in the car community who know who Kim Block is just a legend, and he will truly be missed, and hearts and prayers go out to his family. But guys, thank you so much. Please go like and subscribe, and until then, I will see you guys on the next fix. Peace.